You guys did take that, preseason Bahamas trip. So describe that trip to me. How much fun was that?
That was a blast, man. That was a blast. I feel like that's when everybody was just able to have a good time. We were down there playing some basketball. We were winning. We had all the fans and the boosters and everybody down there, supporting us. That was a very, very good time. We were down there swimming with dolphins. A lot of us, if not all of us, were out of our element with everything that was going on. But, at the end of the day, we were down there to play basketball and we got the job done.
Yeah, you still have those like flip cam videos. They're still on YouTube of when you did recorded all that stuff, like you and Tarek with the Dolphins. I think you said something like, I don't know how those the Dolphins have their work cut out for them, carrying you and Tarek
sure.
Black. Like that was
For
nuts.
sure. Dolphins are, I don't know the anatomy and all of that stuff, but dolphins are very strong creatures. The way they run around, or swim around and jump out of the water and do all that stuff. Their tail, it's like all muscle. They was trying to explain to us and talk to us about, the Dolphins, but majority of us, again, we're out of our element. We don't know anything about dolphins. The only thing we're worried about is not getting attacked by them or something happening or we drowning or something like that. So, it was a lot of fun and we had a great time.
For sure. And then you guys got to the NCAA tournament that year, had a 5-12 matchup with 5-seed Arizona. Derek Williams was on that team. I want to say Solomon Hill was on that team as well. That was a wild game, probably one of the best NCAA tournaments that, Memphis has played in quite some time. You guys ended up losing 77-75. But when you think back to that game, does it bother you or what goes through your head when you think of that?
It does. Again, having so many years to think about it, I take full responsibility for that game simply because back then I was and let's call it what it is. And again, I've grown to think about it and stuff. I was a liability on that team defensively. And I'm a straight shooter. I do constructive criticism. Whenever someone has something to say to me, I accept it. I want it. I want to hear it. And I talked to Jack Murphy at the time, and we were going over personnel and matchups and stuff like that. And they told me straight up, like, we don't know, like, your defense is terrible, Will. We don't know what to do with you when it comes to Derek Williams. Like, we can't even match you up with him because your post defense isn't good right now. Yeah. So we don't know what to do. And at that time, that was after, we had Tarek, and we had, like you said, they had, I forget who else they had, but Wesley was the 3-man.
Yeah.
And it's like, again, we had a team full of freshmen. It was just so many kinks that could have worked out. And some of it could have fallen on the coaches. But I feel like with what we had and the things that we were doing, we could have 100% took that game. But I truly do believe me not being able to hold down the paint or the post as well as I should have on defense was a huge component in why we lost that game.